I'm Shalise Nelson, a licensed psychotherapist who helps clients tap into the power of creativity for their mental wellness. So, let's talk about what creativity is. Oftentimes, when I ask people, are you creative? They are pretty clear in defining their creative abilities or lack of. I usually get an excited yes or a hard no. And this is because most people don't know what creativity is. So I went around and I asked some of the people that I know and I adore and asked them, what is creativity? And are you creative?
To me, creativity is freedom and expression of thought. However you decide to express your thoughts or feelings on paper or in art or through words, body movements, actions. Creativity is how you turn your inner thoughts outward to show the world.
I checked in with my homie Keith Chief, and he said creativity is the ability to create something from nothing. Some people are visionaries and come up with what people think are the craziest ideas at the time. But once those ideas become a real thing, they're eventually looked at as the norm. For example, look at Elon Musk and Tesla. Everyone thought it was the craziest idea to develop an electric car. All the automotive companies that have been around for years told him he'd fail and that electric cars will never work. Now, in 2022, every automotive company has an electric car they're developing or has put one out. And you see Teslas everywhere now. They have become the norm. That girl Nene said, how do I define creativity? The use or imagination or originality to produce or manifest ideas and or art. And one of my homies who loves FAMU and wish he went said, creativity means to me having unlimited access to letting your imagination run wild. And when I checked back in to ask, are you creative? Here's what they had to say.
All right, so the next question was, am I creative? And I would absolutely say yes. Creativity comes out in a number of ways. In the way that people dress, in the way that people walk, talk, in the way that people cook, in the way that people do the jobs that they do every day. And so I do believe that as long as everyone that I know is creative in some way, shape, or form.
The group chat went a little something like this. So yes, I'm a creator. Yes, I'm creative. Yes, I have a big brain that dreams of invention and making things come to life. Absolutely, I've been creating since childhood, which oftentimes showed up in play. Creativity has become a part of who I am and shows up in how I style myself, my hobbies, and my approach to business. As for me, I think everyone can have a creative idea once in a while. Are the things I come up with life-changing for me or other people? No, but creative nonetheless. And then I asked my mom, and this is what she had to say.
Freedom to be who you are without the fear of backlash from others.
That was good. Okay. Do you consider yourself to be creative?
Oh, hell no. No. I wish, but no.
Now I'm here to give you the scientific definition of what creativity is. When creativity was first researched back in 1953, it was defined as a generation of work that was novel, meaning new, and appropriate or useful. Now back at this time, baby, the scientists, they were tussling a little bit because they were having a debate on whether or not there could be many people who were creative, with creativity being defined as something being novel or new. They were trying to determine if someone came up with an idea that was based upon an idea that was previously thought of, could they really be creative? Now, over time, things changed, people evolved, and the definition of creativity has changed as a result. And according to a journal article that I read by Coopers, Van Dyck, and Lehman Wormster in 2018, creativity can be defined as the human capacity to use your imagination and create solutions for complex problems. So, there you have it. That is what creativity is: effective problem solving. And being that we all have a sense of imagination, now I could talk about that for days, but you know, I'm gonna save that for another video. And being that we all have had to solve a problem or many in our lifetimes, we are all creative to varying degrees. You just didn't know that yet? Creativity can be broken down into two major facets, as attained by researchers by Abigail Cuffey, who is the executive editor of Women's Health magazine. We have big C creativity, which is creativity that brings about a shift in culture. So think the clothes dryer, you know, the straightening comb, the ironing board, ice cream. Ooh, on the days when I am not vegan, I love me some Ben & Jerry's strawberry cheesecake. The traffic signal or potato chips, kettle brand jalapeno potato chips, love them. Those are all forms of creativity, created by Black folks. Now, little C creativity represents the shift we're able to bring about in our personal lives, like how we respond to conflict, our sense of style, the meals that we prepare, the way that we demonstrate gratitude and appreciation for the people who show up in our lives, and even how we are dealing with this ghetto economy in 2022. And now it's time for a brief commercial break. Are you enjoying the information that you're learning right now and you want to learn more about the psychology behind creativity? Well, please be sure to subscribe down below and turn on those notifications so that you can be made aware of when other videos just like this come out. And when you're out there with your community talking about all this creativity stuff and they ask you where did you get it from, you make sure you tell them, I got it from Shalise Nelson. She's a licensed professional counselor who spends hours reading journal articles and textbooks so that you don't have to. I hope that came out to be as funny as I imagined, but what's done is done, so let's talk about measuring creativity. There are a variety of tests to assess one's creative abilities. The matter is that it is a very complex subject. When it comes to creativity in the classroom versus creativity on a movie set versus creativity in a science lab versus creativity in a music studio, it all varies. And when it comes to determining whether or not you're creative, the best way to find out that answer is to ask yourself. Because many people believe that creativity must result in a product like a piece of art, a song, or a piece of clothing, something tangible, many people deny their creative abilities, which in turn can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction in life. And for those of us in marginalized community, where the focus is heavily on ensuring that our basic needs are met, that lends to us limiting our awareness of our creative abilities or even acknowledging its existence. And for many of us, it can lend to us feeling down and out because we're not being creative in the ways in which we wish we could be. The reality is that creativity is a crucial survival skill. It can help us in acknowledging that there are a variety of ways to solve any problem that is thrown at us. It also supports us in welcoming in new experiences and perspectives and helps us build cognitive flexibility, or the ability to be mentally adaptable. Creativity also supports us in experiencing happiness, managing stress and mood-related disorders such as anxiety, depression, and trauma, and it improves our physical health. And if you look at all the little people of our world, they are some of the most creative beings we have on the planet. And it's because it is encouraged that their imagination run wild. So how about you do the same and let your imagination run wild too? Now, I could go on and on and on and completely nerd out on you all day and start pulling out the mathematical equations for creativity. I could talk about the neuroscience of creativity, where creativity is stored in your head, what neurotransmitters are activated when you are being creative. But I'm not gonna do that to y'all just yet. Expect that in videos soon to come. So, if you watched this video and liked it or felt it was informative, share it with a friend, a cousin, a sibling, a parent, your neighbor, the person sitting next to you on the train, the Uber driver, the pastor, the preacher, whoever. And if you have a specific question that you would like answered about creativity, be sure to comment below and maybe I can incorporate it into a video soon. Around here, we give credit where credit is due. So please feel free to review the details section so that you can see my reference list. And I, Shalise Nelson, will be back with more soon for your creative pleasure.